And we're back.
Some legit dice.
Yes.
They are really nice.
Yes. Look at this distinguished gentleman.
I like that one.
Kevin, why are you wearing sunglasses?
Because my head hurts. I'm a little hungover.
Thank you, Jim.
Anyway. Yes. So we had one person type the word tomb in the chat. And so, Zach, you win the Paladin dice.
All 3 sets, or do we just do it again like next time?
Neil right now is like, I'm gonna send y'all an invoice for the dice.
No, suddenly he's like, my return on investment is not good. Yes. So Zach,
They're really beautiful though.
Zach, who I've never met before, who I didn't go to college with and don't play D&D regularly with. Anyway, yes, we'll be sending you those. I'm gonna.
I don't remember.
Again, like all
but
three?
you just get one.
Oh, he gets one.
You just get one, Zach.
Next time
We're
play,
gonna
we'll
save
do
the
another
rest.
giveaway.
Yeah, we'll do more. We'll do more in the future. Yes.
And Zach, you're not eligible for the ones in the future.
Yeah, some other legalese and stuff. Yes. Welcome to Dungeons with Friends.
What I love is like,
at the fact that you're wearing sunglasses.
It really is helping my head.
oh, I was in there sleeping on the couch. But my thing is like, I can just envision Zach like speedily running over to his computer to type in tomb, and then just like, I did it.
I did
first.
it. I'm the one.
Back to sleep.
I'm the one.
It's really spooky thinking that y'all are only 5 years older than me.
It happens.
Yeah.
And so, like, at some point in the next 5 years, shit goes.
Yeah, because I'm still 29.
I remember when I was young and cool, and then they changed what young and cool was. And what was young and cool was scary to me now, and it
Anyway,
will
stop.
happen to
Please
you
stop.
too.
For a recap, for advantage, who wants to do a recap? I'll do it.
Thank you.
We spent an hour navigating some catacombs.
Yes.
Ultimately, we reached a singular room that had 40 different, essentially, coffin spaces. John got stuck in one. I looted one. Felt real bad about it. Put it back. We're still hearing a clanking sound coming from the future, from forward of us. And we've all decided to go significantly faster this time around to hopefully reach more than one room.
And Straw's leading us now.
And Strahd is leading now.
Yes.
After fucking with us with some illusion magic and a very well done thing. Like, I bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Yes. So
You sure to tell Strahd that, like, just be like, oh,
Well, that was really great. You did super.
Which one though are you telling?
Yes, there are two.
What do I have to roll to distinguish?
Roll a perception check. With advantage, please.
Ooh, 16.
16. Can't tell.
Let's just wait then.
Yep. So you all continue. Strahd is leading the party. He, at this point, has decided that he's going to take off his hat. He's kind of not Doug Dimmadome it, because now he's self-conscious about it. He takes off his hat, puts it in his bag, continues
Does
on.
Strahd also have a bag of holding?
Yes, you would remember that he and Van Richten both had bags of holding. And so he continues on, sort of kind of like messing with his hair, going down the hallway. You see him sort of like step against the side of the wall for a second. And he looks back at you all, and in a resonant voice that just sort of, that you can hear clearly but is very quiet, almost like a sort of stage whisper. It's like, you all should probably not bumble about. Try to be rather stealthy for this next bit.
Is he fucking with us again?
Make an insight check.
That's a natural
A natural 20?
one.
Oh, a natural 1? Motherfucker's hard to read.
So,
Yeah. So, do you all heed his advice and move stealthily?
Yes.
Yeah.
Heated.
Headed? Take headed. Take
headed.
take
gonna
head.
go to the
No
back
one
of-
took.
I'm just gonna go to the back of the group, like
Yeah, you sneaked into the back.
Wait, how long is this gonna take
Oh, Strahd goes, I don't know.
to get through this area?
I don't know.
10 minutes or less?
Probably.
Get in the bag.
No.
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 Get in the bag.
I have a better idea. Strahd, cast grease spell on me.
No.
I don't know Greece.
Grease lightning?
Like up to 409.
Shibidoo-doo-ba-doo-ba-ba-doo.
No, I'm not getting in the bag.
Get in the bag.
No, I'm claustrophobic.
I don't care. Get in the bag.
You get in my bag.
Will you all shut the fuck up? And he starts sort of very slowly slinking along the wall, and about 15 feet ahead, it again cuts right, and he sort of peeks around. He goes, "You're not alone." And he sort of hunkers down. I'd like for everyone to make stealth checks. So you all see Strahd disappear down into dust again.
16.
16.
19.
And you see the dust sort of flow around the corner. What do you all do?
I like how the one in full plate mail,
Yeah.
completely stealthy. The one in robe of eyes, fucking.
I
You
could
can
use
just
my advantage.
you can
on
just hear
this.
them all blinking. Yeah.
I'm not gonna though.
Anyway, what do you all do? You can now hear that this tinking is really loud and seems to be coming from the room that Strahd's just dusted into.
Peek ahead and try to see what's going on.
Yeah. You sort of peek around and you hear you hear your robe get caught on just like the tail of it get caught in the bricks, and you hear it very quietly rip. But who had the highest stealth?
Yeah. 19.
Yeah. Orion instinctively grabs it and sort of pulls you back. The tinking, ting, ting, stops for a second. You hear, did you fucking hear that?
Irish.
Oh, I didn't. This place gives me the fucking jeebies.
Who's
Ting,
talking
ting,
now?
ting, ting,
don't know
ting,
yet.
ting. You don't know?
I will take the robe of eyes and I'll just put like a singular eyeball. Just
Yeah. What you see, you see a group of people in the next room. There are 3 sarcophagi in this room, set against, or sort of like it's sort of a channeled room, probably about 40 feet long. These 3 sarcophagi are sitting up on 3 different daises. Yes, I'm using that word. Yes, it's the right word to use now. And
I don't think any of us were questioning it.
you see the person. You can now see the source of the tinking. It's this woman with a chisel trying to like chisel off little bits of this sarcophagus. She's a dwarven woman. She has a Fu Manchu, and she has her hair tied back. It's a sort of blonde, flowing, curly hair. She has 4 men with her that are each sort of trying to like shift the sarcophagus, trying to see if it's loose.
Do I get the impression these people are putting the sarcophagus into the walls or taking it out?
You would think that they're probably trying to take this sarcophagus away from its place.
Did we
Like they're
stumble
trying
upon,
to.
like a younger Margot?
All right, guys. Do y'all trust me? I got a
No.
plan.
No.
What's your plan?
I'm gonna walk out and be like,
Do you even speak Dwarvish?
no, fuck off.
Yeah.
In the authority of Hakaria, what are you doing in this place?
I'd like for everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh! Wait, no, that was I had a plan.
Well, you
We'll see how it works.
They're grave robbery, which is highly legal.
Yeah, and I was just gonna be like, psych, I don't give a shit. Hi, we're lost as fuck. Like,
They
just
speak
tell us where to go.
Dwarvish.
Okay. All right. What's everybody got?
16.
12.
Hold on, trying to see
I
what.
mean, it's +1, but yes. approximately.
Oh, plus 3, 20.
So you say this, and this woman turns around and immediately takes the hammer that's in her hand. And what was your initiative? 20. So you're going to get around before she does this. What do you do?
I'm entirely just kidding. I am incredibly lost. I don't give a fuck what y'all are doing. How do I get out of this weird-ass dungeon?
Make a persuasion check.
$15?
So she's turned around and she has this hammer in her hand. She is ready to throw it between your eyes. Does anyone have initiative higher than a 16? Nope. She looks at you.
Aww.
And she looks at the men that are all around her. All of them have now drawn various weapons. They have like small hatchets and like bows and arrow. One of them has a firearm. And she looks at you and she goes, "Well, what's your fucking damage?"
I just wanted to mess with you. I'm sorry. My name's Avros, and I'm gonna have a hand behind my back, just like wait for everybody else. Legitimately, I am just incredibly lost. Like, there's a room that way with a fuck ton of stuff. There's another long ass hallway. I've been doing this for like an hour and a half. How the fuck do we get out of here? I didn't say we.
Okay. I mean, it's... The fuck? Okay. And she sort of stows everything. She's like, "First off, what the fuck are you doing down here?"
Don't know. I am with some people. We are traveling. We came to in the desert. We found a door. We went down the door. We found a circle of stuff that we messed with. It made a portal. We walked through it, and now we're here, and we're just trying to get out.
You didn't fucking see any of this, did you?
See what?
That's my man. No, it's the way out, and she describes the way out to you. She says it'll be she describes it to you, but she says, "But by the way, there's about a bit where you're gonna have to walk probably about 2 miles."
We've been walking for a while. We're fine.
Double fuck.
Oh, how long we fly?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Oh,
Oh, double fuck.
And then, just to be clear, obviously I've seen
I love
nothing
our
of this.
generation.
But if there was, and this room looks a lot similar to the one we were in, right?
So this is a different room. So the one you were in before had catacombs all along the wall. This has 3 large sarcophagi in the middle.
So if, on a purely theoretical basis, my new friends, there was a room that way that had a lot of gold, just in the walls behind some weird corks, and somebody had just found that, and finders keepers on this, that's not necessarily a problem here, or?
I mean, it's there's the law, and then there's the law.
But there's not like some magic system that's going to be like, gold's been removed from the room!
Depends on what you're robbing, honestly.
Just coins?
That is the little ones are probably okay. The big ones, the ones worth getting. Oh, that's the good ones. These guys, and she sort of points back to these. She goes, "There's a mother lode."
Detect magic. Does it seem magical?
Oh yeah, you cast detect magic, and you sense strong abjuration magic on each of the sarcophagi.
You'll know those are very strong on abjuration magic, right?
Oh, she goes, "Oh, that's why we brought Randy." And you see the tallest man at the back has a bald head, these sort of tattoos on half of his face. He's wearing these long white robes. He looks at you.
Hey, Randy.
So,
Randy
Can
we
doesn't
hear all
talk.
them? Yeah, I'm just gonna turn around and come around the corner now as Strahd.
Yeah, so you do this. I would like for you to make a dex save.
Okay.
I did tell them about the people, right?
You said
16.
Okay, yeah. You instinctively are a little cautious coming around.
Yeah.
And it's good because you pull back as the hammer she was throwing hits the wall next to you. She goes, "Oh,
I said give me a second to clear things over. Yeah, that's my friends. Come on out.
And yeah, she goes down.
The immortal vampire. That was rude.
Yeah. So she goes down and she goes back and picks up her hammer and she like stows it and she looks at you and she goes,
We're not normal.
"Is that who I fucking think it is?"
Oh. Wait, do you know him? Is that who do you think?
I'm just
that
gonna
is?
look at her and wink.
Ignore her. She's a shapeshifter. Who do you think that is?
No, don't tell them. Don't tell them that.
I already did.
Don't.
Oh.
No.
Oh, she goes, "Oh,
Are you fucking kidding me?
I thought you were with Stratfan Zarovich."
Are you fucking kidding me,
Scared the
Ambrose?
fucking dick off of me.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Guys, I'm
First of all, you can't tell people that I do that. Changelings don't aren't supposed to have that out there in the open knowledge.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Because that could get me killed.
You're literally shapeshifters, isn't
No,
that your
I'm a
entire race?
changeling. Yeah, but changelings aren't known that, like, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, I know that's a changeling, because changelings aren't trusted.
And this one, she goes, "It's not. I'm not gonna have a fucking problem or anything.
They're grave robbing. I think it's going to be okay.
Right. We've got bigger fish to fry."
If one was traveling with, like, how do y'all know Strahd here?
Oh, he's the fucking boogeyman. That's what they tell people. You know.
Oh, no, he's real. He's real.
So, you know, the funny thing about shapeshifters is they have to be pretty familiar with...
Changeling.
Well, I thought you didn't want that out there.
You've already said it.
They have to be pretty familiar with their target. So we do have somebody you could consider an unexpected guest. That wouldn't cause problems, would it? Hey, boss!
Can we just move on? I mean, we don't really need to stay here talking to him. She's already told us where to go.
Yeah, but I like talking with you.
Well, then why don't you stay with the group and we'll go.
And you see as Van Richten comes around the corner, there is a man with him, wearing the common clothes of Hakarir.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
And he comes up and just sort of sits with you all.
I'm gonna look at him and wait, trying to like be like, is that the guy? And be like,
Yeah, you wink, he flips you off.
ah, yeah.
So, can y'all leave this place?
She goes, "Oh
Like,
yeah."
Not the tomb. This Hakarir.
Oh no, there's no leaving. Not that I know of.
know who Strahd
Yeah,
is.
so
Like,
how have
he's
you
the
heard of
You
boogeyman.
just said the boogeyman.
So it's the stories they tell kids. They say, don't get up at night or Strahd's gonna get you.
Who's in charge here? Who's the leader of this
Well, I'm not gonna
career?
get him.
Common for-
Oh, that's the Pharaoh Agatha, and I can't say this in her accent. There's no way I can say an Egyptian name in an Irish accent.
Oh, that's
She
testing
says
you.
the name, and how do I even pronounce it? I can't even remember how to pronounce it in my normal words now. They'll give me a second.
By the way, we're
Normal ass words.
I kind of want what's in here.
We ain't gonna fight them for it. They're nice.
Ankh-Tepat.
On Tepat.
Ankh-Tepat is the name, she says.
Van Richten, any familiarity with Ankh-Tepat?
And he goes, "Oh yes, I'm very familiar with I can't see now. I'm changing between accents. This is tough.
fine.
Yeah, he says that yes, he is familiar with.
Yeah, because remember he
Octopod.
told us he got a similar story to Strahd.
Yeah.
Last one come here.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, what's y'all's names?
Oh,
I'm Judy Blackstock.
oh.
Okay.
She goes, "Oh well, I'm Mariah. That's Randy." And then she goes around and introduces the other men as well.
Hey, Randy.
Randy looks at you and she goes, "Oh, Randy doesn't talk."
Daddy?
All right.
So you need help getting into this?
No.
Looks like they got it covered, babe.
Yeah, looks like they got it covered.
Well, we appreciate speaking with y'all, and I think we just be on our way.
Yep.
Are you sure you don't want help getting into it?
Orion.
I
What?
mean, and she sort of like sits back. She goes, "Why don't you take a crack at it, boyo?"
No, you don't understand.
Stand
Everything
back.
he does is incredibly loud. If you're trying to do something stealthy here, the world is going to know.
Stand back.
I think we're alone. No, come on. You seem
All
like
right,
you know what you're
fucking
doing.
Let him hit it.
We're alone now.
Stand back, everybody.
Ambrose is just going to look visibly dejected and just go,
Every-
"Hi, Randy."
Everyone does, and she goes, "Don't. You're not going to damage the stuff that's inside, though, right? That's what we're after."
Oh no. He damages it all. If he dies, he dies.
I'm hoping it goes straight through, just hits the stone.
You can always try.
Again,
If he
dies,
fucks this
he
up,
dies.
are we gonna have a fight?
Find out.
Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
We wouldn't have had I just been able to be Strahd. I'm not letting that go.
No, that's fair, and I apologize, but like I was honestly just more shook by the fact they know Strahd.
I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Okay. And you're trying to not damage the interior of this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to break the outside of it.
For those uneducated of us, can you read me the description of Shatter?
This actually belongs to
A
y'all.
sudden
and for
loud
some
ringing
reason keeps
noise,
getting into our
painfully
bag.
intense, erupts from the point of your choice. Each creature within a 10-foot radius centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature that takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. A creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Right on. So you're casting an AoE spell.
Yes, a non-magical object that isn't being carried or worn also takes damage in the area.
I'm so sorry, my new friends. Whoa.
Okay. Roll some damage.
10.
So, you go forward and cast this spell, and again, this deafening noise bounces off of the walls. Everyone is again momentarily deafened, and this crack appears on the seal of this sarcophagus. It snakes around, and you see it sort of start to crack, but actually is not broken.
All right, I'm actually very proud of you, buddy. Thank you. I'm sure that massive crack will help them in their efforts.
And Mariah comes up and sort of like looks at it and peeks in. She goes, "Actually, this was rather helpful."
You want them to do it again, or
No. We've got it from here. Why don't you all,
Skedaddle.
like they say, like my daddy used to say, "Fuck off."
But this stays between us. This never
of course this
happened.
stays between us. We'll keep him.
Of course, it stays between.
Yeah, it's fine.
I wasn't worried until he started fucking talking.
He does that.
By the way, if anyone asks, I am Strahd.
Okay.
Do you recall what happened when you were visible to people at that festival where we were just going to stop a man from being executed, and your presence there turned it into a citywide guerrilla fight?
Yes.
If the people here are afraid of you, we maybe don't want every single encounter we have to be, it's the boogeyman, fucking kill him. Like, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying reserve that ability for a situation that is apparent.
So you all have this conversation as you're leaving the room.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. As you do, Strahd's carrying at the back, and he stops for a second and turns back. He goes, and in Dwarvish, turns to her, and those of you who speak Dwarvish hear him say, "Can you tell me more about this Strahd person? I'm from another area. It's not where I grew up. What sort of stories are there?" And she sort of like whips her head around. She goes back to him saying, "Oh, well, he's a vampire, big scary guy. Like I said, mostly just stuff to scare kids, though. He's not real." And he goes, "Very good. Have a nice day." And continues on.
Do we want to go back and loot those things for gold, or are we fine?
I don't care.
I'm good with looting.
Judy, do you want gold, or do you think we're good?
I'm ready to go on, but
All right,
y'all
we'll
want
go,
to.
We'll go on.
Okay. So you all continue on. You follow her directions because she did give you directions out. And sure enough, the traps here start getting thinner. It seems like maybe you all had come in on a side that may have been more heavily protected. I would like for everyone to make me one perception check. You can make it an advantage because of your rebel height.
That's a 1 and a 4, sir.
19.
6.
Thankfully, Matilda's paying attention.
Yeah. Bitch, no. You don't get a high five.
And
no.
twice stops two of the same traps you all have seen before. Doesn't seem like there's actually a very creative set of traps. It seems like it's mostly just, to stop people going the wrong ways. And sure enough, you all do eventually find your way down a path, and it goes on and on and on. And this seems to be the stretch where she had described, where it's about a mile.
While we're there, I'll start being like, so, do you have any idea how you're known here? Have you ever been to this desert before?
And Strahd drops his form and goes back to his normal form. He goes, you have to understand, I lived in Old Barovia for 400 years. And there I sort of built up a reputation worldwide. You know, everywhere around the world, if they don't have vampires, they have heard the myth of vampires. And they are aware that there is a progenitor of the vampires, and that is me.
Wait, so really you are the first vampire?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Oh, cool.
The daddy vamp.
Yes.
Daddy vamp.
Uh,
Daddy? Sorry.
Daddy?
Daddy?
Sorry.
In addition, just a clarification question for the DM. The Domains of Dread, the first Barovia that Strahd originally was from that he was at for like 600 years, was that a Domain of Dread? Or was that an actual place on the planet that he had just chilled at?
You, the character, don't know.
Fair. Of the domain that we have been at, is that a pocket dimension where this has never been around anything else? Or is it like, as he claimed it, it just scooped this area off?
So you would remember that there were stories that the place existed before Strahd came, and then changed when he came.
So it's like he's claiming an area on the planet, this. And
You
then it's
think
this.
that might be the case.
Oh, okay. I always thought of them as like these just little bubbles that like everybody's created, and I was
Yeah.
like, how the fuck's
No.
that communication?
No, it's
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's part of the legit world. They just
Yeah.
rule it.
Gotcha.
Much like in the Feywild, there's domains of delight.
Which his character does not know.
Cool though. All right. Continue.
Yeah. Anyway, so you all continue on. Anything you're talking about? Anything you do?
Do we want to keep, like, how do you want us to approach your presence here? Do you want nobody to know that we have Strahd? Do you want
Yes.
everybody to know?
Probably best to not cause a panic.
I agree, kind sir.
He goes,
Y'all
Hey.
suck.
I just like to have my own... I like to be in control of situations.
It's pretty fair.
So I'm just gonna literally change, but all it's gonna change is my shirt to just say not Strahd.
Are your clothes physically a part of you when you do that? So, like, you can't take that off. That's just like a weird...
Oh no! I can change them however I want. Like, so I can literally be staying as Matilda
Think like
and just
Mystique.
decide I want to be in a green dress and just change it as a green dress.
Think like Mystique.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to like put clothes on every time she changes forms.
No,
It
yeah, so-
changes with her.
But what I'm hearing is,
But what
like,
he's saying is like, if I were to stay as Strahd, can I change my shirt? Like physically, can I take that shirt off?
No,
I don't think. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I can.
okay, so, like, if I cut that shirt with a knife, you'd bleed.
you'd be cutting her.
Okay. There's just a clarification question for me.
And if not, we're just making it up.
I don't know. It's not very clear,
Yeah,
the rules.
no. I'm actually just gonna change back into Matilda because y'all suck.
I apologize. I did not mean
Y'all
to give away your thing. I shan't do that again.
Okay. You all continue on.
You're
Yep.
good.
Okay. So you continue on this path for a good while.
If Strahd's known, would Van Richten be known, or is this like a slightly lesser...
So Van Richten did not hide whenever they came, and they did not recognize him.
Okay.
Okay, so at least common people likely won't recognize him.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I assume you look, and I mean this in the best way, a little different than your prime days.
So Van Richten, generally, whenever he's just going around, again, is in his chair and has a big, thick scarf that he keeps around his face and is completely covered.
So, like, how much of, like, face can we see? Like, just like...
It's pretty much just like eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know the rest of him is basically raw.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's very deliberate.
And before we met him and poured holy water on him, he had, like, his whole face, right?
No. You don't know. I mean, but the answer is no. He'd already
Okay,
started
just
to
because
decay.
I remember that, like, we basically took off his jaw.
Yeah, it didn't help. Yeah. All right. You doing okay over there, Judy?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how he's leading us even after we did that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. The fact that you guys were able to convince him after that was
Oh,
pretty impressive. Anyway.
Van Richten,
Van
after
Richten.
we poured holy water on him, physically torturing him and horribly mutilating him.
I forgot we did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We as a group are not the best people.
Really
Are
are.
we the baddies?
Yeah.
Now that we're traveling with Straw,
Are
probably.
we the drama? I don't think we're the drama. Are mine the drama?
Anyway, are we out yet?
No, so yes, you all keep walking, and eventually it does lead up to a set of steps that go up. And as you're walking, getting closer to the steps, a man, you can see a man approaching your party, coming the other way with a large bag over his back.
What up?
Does he look like a guard or another sightseer?
He seems like he's dressed in, again, what are the common clothes of this area. He sort of looks at you all and says a brief greeting in Dwarvish.
Hi, my good sir.
I'm starting to suspect that Dwarvish is the main language here.
And they sort of like look at you, and he goes on his way.
Thank you. Did he say anything, Ryan?
What does he say?
He just said like basically the equivalent of good morning.
Yeah, so as he said, which is probably true, this Dwarvish is going to be the main language of this area, so you're probably going to have to be paying a lot of attention because none of us know what they're going to be saying unless you are paying attention.
I mean, I can always take the lead and just communicate through paper and just be like, "Hi, no, like whole group, no hiri."
And as you're all discussing this, Van Richten goes, "Oh, the culture of Hakarir is very interesting," and he nerds out on y'all for a minute, and basically tells you that the Hakarir existed as a place, obviously for a very long time. It's an ancient culture. I know it's a big grumble.
Oh, I thought that was Lola growling because I kept tickling her leg.
It's my belly.
Oh.
Yeah, Hakarir is an ancient place. No, I'm good. And they probably about 300 or 400 years ago decided to build the grand catacombs that you all are in now, and it caused a boom there that drew people in, and primarily it drew Dwarvish people in, who were very good at mining and excavating, and many of them stayed and blended with the culture, and so now the languages are both Dwarvish and Common kind of interchangeably.
Ah, so that's what you meant when you said the hybrid.
Yeah.
Is that they'd kind of, okay.
Yeah.
I want to eventually see like a world where it's like elves are the people that are seen as underground because they're tall and lanky, so they can fit through holes, and dwarves are like archers in the trees.
I mean, drows. I mean, the idea with like dark elves and drow is that they're typically seen as like subterranean.
The dark elves, yeah, but I want just like.
But you want like high elves, yeah.
Oh, high elves are fun. That was what Cher was.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
miss her.
So yeah, so the stairs have now materialized in front of you. Not actually materialized, but you see them. You'll climb them.
Yep. What do you want out?
Yeah. So you all go up, and as opposed to the door you all had came in that was sort of a single door and dusty and ramshackle, these are two very large, well-maintained doors that are actually open that lead out. And you all sort of peek out, and you see suddenly a sea of movement as you found yourself on the outskirts of a major city. You look beyond, and behind you can see the dust and the plains sort of sweeping the desert, and ahead is this city with these huge ziggurats, the big sort of like temples and pyramids. There is a large, looks like a lake behind it, and these huge tents all over that seem to be like marketplaces, people living out of some of these tents, and then like freestanding homes, and roads leading away from the town. Welcome to the city of Mujer.
It's like it Mujer, Hakarir, like as in.
Yeah, and then there's a zip code.
Okay. 76504.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shape change into a dwarven child.
Okay.
Stop with the children, for the love of pedophilic God! Stop.
Yeah, it is a little weird how you kind of opt for children all the time.
I mean, I get it. The innocent look
It's
is
innocent
ideal.
looking, but then I just got utter destroy stuff.
But do you know how weird that is too, to see one child with a group of like 5 adults?
That look nothing like
Maybe
that
one.
child.
Yeah.
Look like an orphan.
But to me, that makes it draws more attention to us because then people are gonna be like, "Why is that child?" with that
Describe
group?"
to me how you're going to make the orphan look in place with the bird, the
Gunslinger.
fairly normal-looking gunslinger, whoever
Man.
she looks like at the time, the wheelchair mummy, and whatever Strahd looks like at the time.
Yeah, it would probably be best if you just like stayed an adult. Maybe like a really sickly looking adult, a wimpy looking adult.
But don't let us tell you how to play your character.
Go back to Laura Croft.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if we're going to do this, at least give us some eye candy.
But like,
Right.
do like the early 2000s or like late 90s Laura Croft where she had the
Triangle
boobs.
titties? Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Anyway.
4 polygons.
Kevin, is there a deep-rooted story about that? Those polygons?
Yeah. That was my sexual awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he realized he liked triangle boobs.
Yeah.
I mean, like pyramid boobs were his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Van Richten, we've made it to a place of success and like civilization.
Yeah.
I understand what you were talking. Nobody's like eyeballing us, right?
No. Nobody's really paying attention to you all at this point.
We know why we're here. We talked about that, but like, how are we gonna do that? Like, are we supposed to just walk up to like the big man and be like, "Hey,
Oh,
can we check out your place?"
I don't think so. I don't really know. I didn't really plan that far.
All right,
Maybe.
other boss. Any ideas?
Yeah, and Strahd looks at you and looks at the place and goes, I think we should ask questions. That tends to be the way to learn things.
Here's
Questions?
an idea. Why don't we go find a place to stay, then start asking questions?
I want to explore this market.
Yeah, like I also want to explore the market, and I just want to keep an ear out for like things we're looking for. Like, are we listening for talk of like, yeah, like 30 miles out here is that wall, and we just can't get past? Or are we looking for like how the dust works? Or we like what information are we trying to gather here? Like some sort of like this general vicinity thing.
Well, I'm just gonna be staring at people trying to learn them.
Understood? Bosses?
And so, yeah, Van Richten looks at you and goes, I don't know. And Strahd goes, oh, Jesus wept. Okay. Or whatever deity he says. He goes, look, I did not know that you all, I thought you all would be a little more creative with this. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to find out as much as we can about this society, how they work, what they think, who they operate, who they worship.
That information is what I needed. Then.
Yes, we're going to find out how things get in, how things get out. And then, hopefully, we can find our way to Anktepot. And he looks at Van Richten, and Van Richten nods. He goes, thought I had a weird name. And we will eventually, I hope, find our way to him. And Van Richten goes, him. And we will perhaps learn something more about the nature of this place.
Right on, boss man. All right. Meet
Fact finding.
right back here in 30 minutes, and I'm just going to walk into the marketplace and see what's up.
Okay, you get sideways looks because it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. There have been people of your kind that have come through, but you're rare, and so there, especially a few children. Looky.
I do have the hat that Strahd gave, so I'll make myself look like the average person from among these people.
Oh, okay, yeah, and yeah, after you do that, you blend in very well. So what's everyone else doing?
Well, I too want to go down the marketplace. I want to see what all kind of wares they're selling.
Okay, anything specifically you're looking for? Or you just browsing.
Well, I'm just
Shopping trip.
shopping tripping.
Hakarir.
Mohar. Okay. Well, tell you the truth, my blue ribbon in my hair is getting pretty frayed from all this dust, and I kind of treat myself to a new hair ribbon.
Treat yourself.
Easily found. You find a stall that offers a few things like that, like beauty things. But in addition, they also offer very nice gauze and oils and jars. So it seems as though these may be some things that you encountered in the catacombs, and they sell sort of in tandem.
Buy your own embalming jars, only $4 for 3.
Yeah, and this marketplace is loud and boisterous and obnoxious sounding almost because so many people are bartering and yelling. And you come to this place and you see, they have ribbons, and you're able to find one, and it will cost you 1 silver piece.
All right, I will gladly pay.
Yeah, and you hand it over, and he looks at it, and goes, sort of makes note of it, just thinking it's sort of odd.
Oh, that's right. All of our money has fucking Strahd on it, don't it?
Yeah. But it spins.
Can I communicate with this person? Do they speak the same language?
Yeah, you speak in common and they can work out most of what you say.
So I'm gonna gesture to the coin. I'm gonna say, "You heard of this person?"
And he goes, I have. It's the boogeyman.
What does that mean?
And he sort of looks at you and looks kind of confused. He goes, it's the boogeyman. It's scary.
Scary.
Yes.
Oh, who else is boogeyman? Is there another boogeyman here?
And he goes, yes. The man from the bag.
The man from the bag.
Yes.
What's that?
He goes,
John, what did you do?
He goes, you open the bag, and the man gets you.
Ooh, that don't sound good. And then what happens?
He gets you
Rubs you off in the let's go.
and pulls you into the bag, and you die.
Where is that boogeyman?
In the bag.
Where's the bag?
And he goes, and you can tell like language is just kind of failing him trying to describe it. He's like, some bags, not all bags.
Random bag.
What would the bags look like? What? This is my first time here. What if I get a bag and it's that?
He goes, be careful. Don't yell into the bag.
Okay. So don't be like, hey, anybody in yet?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good food here?
He goes, oh yes. And suddenly in perfect common describes to you the food. It's a great variety of things. A lot of like rice-based dishes. A lot of different very sweet meats. And
He's very much just learned like key phrases
yeah,
and words.
so it's like like trying to describe like complex like cultural things are hard, but like food, money, all of that, like it's clear that this merchant knows that in common.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he points you to a stall that he says is his favorite.
Oh, I'm gonna give him a nod
Yeah.
and like I'm gonna go over there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be with Judy and I'm gonna have detect magic up, and just anytime I get a ping, I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah. So you have this up and you're looking around, and there is one table that just lights up like a Christmas tree for you.
Oh. I
yeah,
want that
you
one.
come too.
I
Yeah.
want that one.
Yeah. So you both come to this table, and there sitting there is an older woman, and she's sitting there cross-legged reading a book, and you can tell everything on her table is lit up. It's all magical items, and she sort of thumbs through it, and she looks up at you, and in Dwarvish goes, "Can I help you?"
What magic items do you have?
Well, it's all fucking magic. What you after?
The clarification, is it like all of it just random, or is it like mostly abjuration, conjuration?
It's all over the place.
Cool. What do you got?
She goes, "Well, I mean, is there anything in particular you're after?"
I'm always after armor. I'm always after trinkets.
And she goes, "Well, let's see what I got. I got to get." She goes, "I got this," and she pulls up, and it looks like it's very clearly your head of disguise. It's sort of the exact same thing. She goes,
I'll just slowly lift mine up and be like, bird.
and she goes, "Oh," and she suddenly slips into perfect common. She goes, "Okay, is common better for you?"
Much, thank you.
Okay, and she slips now into common. She goes, "Anyway, so I have that as of course." She goes, "I got some weapons. Some folks are usually interested in those. I got a dagger, got a short sword."
A shield?
She goes, "No shields."
Don't you use?
She goes, "You can talk to the smithy. He's just a bit down the way."
Where do you mainly gun? Didn't you have a dagger? You want better dagger? Not particularly.
Do you have any rings?
Oh, she goes, "Yeah, no, here, yeah." And she pulls up this one. She goes, "This one will let you walk on water."
Man, I was coming. What am I doing?
You're asking for rings, so I'm getting my hand ready.
Oh God, why am I
Yes.
getting stabbed?
She goes, Yeah, this is a pretty common one. I'd probably let this one go for 50 gold.
What size is it?
She goes, it adjusts, and she puts it on her hand, and you see it.
Oh,
Does it require like being real close with it?
Oh, attunement? I think so.
I just didn't know if attunement was like a recognized thing in game.
So if you were to say that to a common person, they would have no clue what you were talking about. But she, working in magic items, is familiar with the term. I believe it is attuned. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, no, it is not. Does not require attunement. She goes, nope, you just put it on.
Wait, and you can just walk on water?
Yep.
How much gold do I have?
oh, we've got plenty of gold, babe.
Well, I know they've got gold. But I don't,
So,
are
I
we
know,
just
tell
doing
him-
communal money?
No, I'm telling her right and buy it.
Okay, I'll buy it.
Okay, here you go. She gives it to you, 50 gold.
I slip it on Matilda's hand.
And you can add a ring of water walking to your inventory.
My inventory.
Yeah,
Yep.
I need her hit pen so I can write it down, dummy.
Yeah. She goes, this one's always pretty good with the tourists, too. And she reaches down and pulls out this jug. She goes, would you like a drink?
Yes.
And she asks for your cup and pours wine into it. Anyone else?
Sure.
Yeah, and she pours and pours and then just starts pouring it onto the ground, and you can just see wine just pouring out of this thing.
How
She
much?
goes,
So,
Judy will want that.
She goes, now this is a bit more special. It'll be 125 gold.
alright, and then how about the real price?
That'll be 125 gold. Make a persuasion check.
I would like to make this an intimidation check because I'm far better at those.
Okay. How do you intimidate her?
Do you ruffle your
7
feathers?
foot tall bird person going, and how about the real price?
Okay.
I don't remember where things are.
There it is.
Like, does it work?
Oh, what's your check?
Oh, that's right. I gotta roll numbers. Actually, I'm just clicking. 18.
So she looks at you, and for a second, her hand sort of comes back to her book, and she goes, you know, it's funny. When I was a young woman,
Go lay down.
I never had these kind of problems. Nobody ever really messed with me. But now that I'm old and frail, they think it's fun to push around an old.
Oh, no, I wasn't. This is me to the DM. I wasn't trying to make her lower the price. I just wanted to see if this was the real thing. Like, is she giving us an appropriate value for this thing, or is that just like, it's a tourist? Yeah, 300 gold.
Oh,
for the
no.
100 gold
Oh,
item.
yeah. No, that seems like,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Sweet.
okay. I thought
No,
you were trying to intimidate her to get a lower price.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that immediately. If I did that,
no.
it'd be like as we're leaving.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, you think that's probably a pretty fair price. Maybe even kind of a bargain.
I
And
would be willing
is
to
it
help.
endless? Why?
She goes, as far as I know. And you can just see she's just sitting there pouring it out.
I think they have limits, but it's like so many gallons a day
I don't know. More than I can drink.
for sure. Like I have 200 gold total, so like I don't want to like solely buy it, but like I'll put like 50 in.
I'll go 50. How about this? Instead of 125, 100.
Make a persuasion check.
Avros make that check?
He can help you.
Yeah, I'll help.
Yeah.
And this help? Do we want to just roll 7?
Actually, I have a +6 to persuasion.
Oh, then you fucking do it.
I thought it was lower. I'm an intelligence-based character.
The only stat I have a +6 to is intimidation, and I don't know why.
Does a 22...
Yes. So she looks at you and she goes, yeah, sure. If you'll buy something else,
We already bought
I'll
the
need you to
ring-
buy at least one more thing.
So
I gotta
what
make
else
my
you got?
day.
We bought the Ring of Water Walking.
Do you want the price?
Yeah, in addition.
Yeah.
What else you
Okay.
got?
And yeah, she gives it up to you. She gives it up and she goes, okay, here you go. She goes, what else have I got? She goes, I got this music box. And she reaches down and pulls it up. She goes, think of a song.
What is the name of that item?
So I don't know if there's I can't remember it. I'll tell you later.
It's an unending jug. Like we got the gist of it. this world.
I think it's an alchemy jug, is I think the
Yeah, I
official
think that's
name.
what it is.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, but you're familiar with a few like bar songs.
Right.
Yeah, and you open it up and it's playing the song that you were thinking of.
That's pretty cool.
She goes, "It's nice. Usually good for kids. You let it go for like 10 gold."
What else you got?
She puts it away, looks at you kind of distressed, and she goes, well, I got this. And she pulls out a cloak, and she goes, "You can change whatever color it is just by thinking about it."
What item would you say you had to work the hardest to procure?
Okay.
I understand we look like tourists, which I don't understand how you have tourists in this place where nobody can leave or enter.
Yeah.
But
She goes, "Might be a little rich for your blood."
possibly, but what you got?
And she looks around and she reaches under her chair and pulls out a small red box with a gold ribbon on it. She pulls it off and she goes, and you can see inside that there is a small golden lamp. She goes, "Now I didn't make this, of course, I found it. But there's a genie inside this. And if you rub it, he'll grant you a wish."
Just one?
Just so we're clear,
Just,
the tech magic's still
one.
up. What does the lamp show?
it seems like it is conjuration-based magic.
Now, a wish spell is essentially going to be fucking expensive.
She goes, "Now, I don't even know how much I would want for that, but it's a good get."
It's a good thing to have
Okay.
on your corner.
25 gold.
No.
No.
How about some bird booty? Does that work?
No.
Are you trying to pimp me out?
Yes.
I still have claws, even though I look like this.
And she looks at you and she asks, "Does pimp mean in Dwarvish what it means in common?"
Yes.
No.
What about me?
Also no.
Your wife is right there!
And she goes, "Anything else
Yeah,
I can
no,
do for
I'm-
you?"
Alright. 200 gold range. Best thing you got.
Oh. Let me think on that. 200 gold. What would you like?
Useful for adventurers. Fighting, healing, avoiding.
Yes, well, no, this is a nice one. And she reaches down and pulls out a dagger. She goes, "Here. Just toss that wherever you like. Obviously not at a person. Just throw it away." And you throw it. It seems to be very well balanced. And as soon as it lands, it and pops back into your hand.
Daggers are dex-based, like firearms, right?
Yep.
Judy, that interest you?
Can I see that lamp?
Yeah.
I'm looking at her.
She
Don't.
looks at you. No.
Good choice.
Totally.
Yeah, let me just see the...
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna
Yeah.
do.
No. Yeah. Of course. Of course you would. That's what anyone would do.
Well, we
She
very
knows
much
that.
appreciate your time. We will come back, assuming we don't see anything else. We don't want to blow all our money in the first table we see.
Sure, I get you.
Well, thank you for your stuff, and have a wonderful day.
And
Do you
she
know any other magic vendors, or...
goes, "I'm it today." Yeah, I'm just it today.
Fair enough.
Yep, and she starts thrumming back
I was
through
gonna
her.
completely break the campaign too.
I know. That's why.
You two that aren't saying much, y'all do something.
Well, I already did my thing. I found out who their local boogeyman is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Who
actually a
we're
solid point.
supposed to be aware of.
Apparently, there's... I want to go back to the magic.
The man of the bag.
We've heard rumor of a man in a bag that snatches people.
She goes, "Oh, the bag man. Yeah.
Is this like relative to bags of holding, or
Yes.
is this literally just like...
Yeah, it's if you open up a random bag, it's not going to be there. But if you do it in a bag of holding, I'd watch out."
Is this any bag of holding here? Or a specific bag? Or like,
I mean, I
if we
don't-
brought our own bag, is it going to be in there now?
I don't know, but I would be very cautious opening up bags of holding, especially being loud around them. The story goes that there was a man who had a bag of holding and got stuck in it one day, and then he couldn't find his way out, and that now he's turned into a sort of monster who feeds on people who open their bags of holding.
And
But it's probably just a story.
And you know what that sounds like? That sounds like the legend of Strahd. I bet Bagman's the guy in charge. Where do you guys get food and stuff? Like, is it all grown within the area?
She goes, "Oh yeah," and she points over the other side of the oasis. You can see there are sort of sweeping fields off of this sort of like fertile bit of the river. She goes, "Yeah, some of it's native, but of course we bring some stuff in."
How do you do that?
She goes, "Well, all trade goes through Octopod."
So he has to okay you.
Yeah.
Okay.
How would you describe his demeanor, his personality?
Oh well, we don't really see him. He doesn't really leave the ziggurat.
So how do we clear things with him?
Well, you work through name forgotten.
You work through insert name here.
Yep. You work through his high priestess, whose name is. Give me a fucking second. You work through
Yeah, I've just lost all my energy. So.
High Priestess Isu Rekotep.
I ain't ever remembering that.
Rekotep.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. And here's an extra 2 gold for answering all of our annoying questions.
Much appreciated.
I had 172 gold. Is bugging me.
Anything else we ought to look out for while we're here?
She goes, just, mind yourself. Be careful. Don't go out into the desert, particularly at night. And, just be polite and be respectful. People around here are big on respect, especially of the dead.
All right.
Since,
Thank
yes. Anywho. And she comes back.
Are there police here? Guards?
You have seen people walking around with more weapons than other people. They have no identifying insignia, but you would think that they maybe exist to keep the peace.
Okay. So we figured out they do import food, but it has to go through. We've stepped away.
Yeah,
That goes through the guy.
yeah.
We learned of local legends. We need to ask somebody else what type of gods they visit. Do we see any religious looking stuff?
Oh, so yeah, there are several large stone structures around that look temple-y. Obviously, there's quite a few ziggurats, probably 6 or 7 ziggurats all around the city. And then large ornate stone buildings that you would think might be temples.
Do we want to go check one of those out?
Sure.
That seems like it might be a good place, though, for us to end this episode.
Agreed. And do we want to do another one, or do we want to just meet up sooner next time?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to meet up sooner because I am tapped.